What's up, gamers? Batman here to go over everything you can expect to see in Season 3 of Halo Infinite. But before we get started, please subscribe for more Halo content.
TST Gaming, your destination for all things gaming.
So the long and awaited Season 3 is just around the corner, and I've waited as long as I could with being able to wait until all the information's been released, which they just even released information today, the day before. So I'm glad that I waited, so now this video is going to be chock full of everything that you need to know. So stay tuned to the end to make sure you don't miss out on any of the information. So there's going to be 4 different articles that we're going through. Now, I'm only going to breeze through them. I'm not going to read them in depth, except for things such as some of the sandbox updates and playlists. But we are going to touch on a little bit of everything. So the first article they have is Maps and Modes Preview. And basically they talked about the 3 maps we're getting. Oasis is going to be the big team battle map. We do have, for the smaller maps, we do have Chasm, we have Cliffhanger. Now, initially when the first Season 3 trailer dropped for these maps, I was actually more excited for Cliffhanger. Then during HCS Charlotte, I was actually very excited about Chasm over Cliffhanger. One thing I do want to point out that they mentioned about Chasm is that it's very reminiscent of Halo CE's boarding action, except with some things in the middle that kind of allow you to interact a little bit better. I also assume there's not going to be any teleporters or that many ladders. It looks like there's going to be a lot more clambering. So that's pretty much all there was to really talk about with the maps. I mean, they showed some pictures which look absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to play this. I will actually point this out on this article. They did talk about Escalation Slayer, the new game mode that's coming out. Now, they did say before, when they released the roadmap that had the winter update and Season 3, it said that Season 3 was going to have VIP, which is a game mode that originated in Halo 3, I believe. That has actually been officially delayed, so I expect to see that in Season 4. Now, the way it's going to work is that there's going to be multiple versions of Escalation Slayer. There's going to be a big team Escalation Slayer, there's going to be a FFA Escalation Slayer, and team Escalation Slayer. All of them should be pretty self-explanatory. Now, the loadouts is going to be level 1, Rocket Launcher, Cinder Shot with Repulsor. Once you've upgraded, you go to level 2, you get the Energy Sword, Gravity Hammer, and Grapple Shot. Level 3 is the Sniper Rifle, Skewer, Threat Sensor. Level 4, Hydra, Ravager, Repulsor. Level 5, Bulldog, Needler, Grapple Shot. Level 6, Battle Rifle, Commando, Threat Sensor. Level 7, Shock Rifle, Stalker Rifle, Drop Wall. Level 8, Heat Wave, Sentinel Beam, Thruster. Level 9, Bandit, Assault Rifle, Drop Wall. Level 10, Mangler, Sidekick, Threat Sensor. And finally, at level 11, you have an Oddball and the Shroud Screen. So this should make for some really cool gameplay clips over the course of the season. But that's really all that we really talked about with maps and modes. So with playlist and ranked matchmaking, they said that Season 3 brings with it 3 entirely new maps in Chasm and Cliffhanger for 4v4 Arena, as well as Oasis for Big Team Battle. They did say that, as with Empyrean, we're offering a special playlist for the first week that only features Chasm and Cliffhanger called New Arena Unlimited. After a week, new BTB Unlimited will rotate into that slot and exclusively feature Oasis for the next week. Now for New Arena Unlimited, looks like we have Escalation Slayer, Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, Slayer, Strongholds, and One Flag CTF. For new BTB Unlimited, we're going to have BTB Escalation Slayer, CTF, Slayer, Fiesta, Fiesta Total Control, and Total Control. They did say that the playlist featuring new content will be Quick Play, Bot Boot Camp, Fiesta, Team Slayer, Tactical Slayer, and Big Team Battle. Now, I did think that this was really interesting, the fact that they're not introducing any of the new content into the ranked playlist, and I wonder why that is. Next up, they show us the Season 3 playlist calendar for the month of March. Now, keep in mind that this is subject to change. It shows that the first event, called the Mindfall event, will start on March 7th and end on March 20th. Also, our first Fracture event will take place on March 21st and end on March 27th. Other than that, it's your typical rotating ranked, rotating core rotationals. Now, ranked improvements. Basically, they said that the ranking system is going to match based on CSR as opposed to MMR. And they said this means teams will match based on what they've accomplished in the system as opposed to an underlying skill rating. So it says Diamond 4 is the highest placement, and then you have to work your way up to Onyx from there. It does say, and for those wondering, we will use MMR to match players who are still completing their placement matches. So it'll be very interesting to see if this really fixes ranked the way that we all want it to, because ranked right now just hasn't been where it should be, and I think we all know that. Next up, they did say that with placement matchmaking, they are reducing the placement matches required from 10 to 5. I do think this is a welcome change, because 10 sometimes just feels like a grind just to see where you are, whereas if it's just jump us into the 5, let's get a quick taste of where you're at, and then you can just progress from there. They said that their hope is that they see more players complete their placement matches and continue on their ranked journey to improving and testing themselves against other players. Next up, we have sandbox updates, which is probably the most important thing, I think, for everybody, and the one I want to go over the most. So first off, we're getting the M392 Bandit. It says the newest addition to the UNSC arsenal in Halo Infinite is the M392 Bandit. The semi-automatic weapon, which has a silhouette that's reminiscent of the DMR from Halo Reach, is best suited for mid-range combat. You won't need to worry about bloom when going for a 5-shot kill, but we'd advise that you keep your shots controlled, as the recoil will kick up when spamming multiple shots in a row. Mastering the single-shot weapon is bound to pay off in the battlefield. The Shroud Screen is the new equipment we are getting, which is obstructing line of sight and motion tractor, and it basically acts as a smoke screen. With the balance updates, it says for the Commando, it will require one more shot to kill, from 8 bullets to 9 bullets. Damage per bullet is decreased from 20 to 17.5. I think this is a good change, because we all know the Commando's been OP this season. Plasma Pistol's charge shot will have its charge time increase and its tracking properties adjusted. The charge time is increased from 1 second to 1.6 seconds, so that's a big jump. As far as tracking angle, the max was 70, now it's 50 degrees. Angle minimum was 35 degrees, now it's down to 25, and the tracking target radius was 0.5 world units down to 0.3 world units. So it seems like it's going to be a little less effective at tracking and more charge time. I definitely think that the charge time, if the tracking is going to be pretty good, should be a little bit higher, but time will tell whether this is exactly where the plasma pistol should be. In ranked, you can expect to see fewer rounds of ammo in the Bulldog, Heatwave, Shock Rifle, and Stock Rifle to help address this community feedback. To further improve the flow of gameplay in Ranked Arena, Season 3 will also bring a few changes the HCS team discussed in their latest competitive block. Some of the things they listed: enemy footsteps are now harder to hear at a distance, but easier to hear when very close. We've also improved the accuracy of enemy location based on footstep audio when enemies are above, below, or behind you. Removed from Ranked Arena are the Mangler, Energy Sword, and Pulse Carbine. It does say will receive future tuning as the Disruptor, as well as Spike Grenades. This next one is they talk about networking and desyncing improvements. Rubber banding is less likely to occur when moving or sprinting immediately after a match starts. Ammo equipment and grenade counts are more consistent after entering and exiting a vehicle. On the map Behemoth, players are now less likely to experience rubber banding while using the grapple shot to pick up a weapon from power weapon pad. Vehicles are now less likely to desync when players use the repulsor against them. Melee attacks are now more likely to register while holding a power seed. Campaign Network Co-op. When playing with an unlocked frame rate on PC, rubber banding and teleporting is now less likely to occur in the mission Warship Gibrakron. I may be mispronouncing that. Players are now less likely to fall through the floor of the gondola in the mission Conservatory. Stuttering and teleporting are now less likely to occur after taking the teleporter to the elevator room in the mission Spire. Rubber banding and teleporting is now less likely to occur in the Pelican at the end of the mission Outpost Tremonius. Alright, so what they released today was a customization preview. First, it does say that Season 3 brings with it a new battle pass for you to earn a plethora of customization content, over 180 individual items. The battle pass will feature 100 different tiers of rewards, including 1,000 credits, and additionally offers players a 4th challenge slot whenever this battle pass is equipped. The Echoes Within Premium Battle Pass will be available for 1,000 credits. It never expires and it includes a 100-tier reward track, bonus match XP per match during Season 3, and red steel splinter armor coatings. The Echoes Within Premium Battle Pass bundle costs 2,800 credits, never expires, includes all the same things as the Premium Battle Pass, but also jumps you ahead 25 levels in the reward track. Now, they do talk about some of the armor cores. First off is, with routes that extended the jungles of Onyx, Mirage 2C is, I'm guessing how they're saying it, it's IIC or 2C, joins Halo Infinite as a new free armor core for Season 3. Based on the fabled SPI armor of previous Spartan generations, Mirage 2C provides a sleek and stalwart solution to any danger the galaxy throws at you. Whether you're an old-timer who discovered the meaning of the phrase Spartans never die within the pages of Eric Nyland's Halo Ghost of Onyx in 2006, or you're just joining us now, Mirage 2C brings the fan-favorite semi-powered infiltration or SPI armor to Halo Infinite. This is what I'm super excited for. I'm a huge fan of the Ghost of Onyx book and Eric Nyland's Halo stories as a whole, and so I'm very excited to see this one in action. Next up for the Fracture event, we have Chimera. It says, born from the ashes of a failed AI uprising, Chimera is the second free armor core for Season 3. Serving as a theme for the Fracture event Firewall event series, Chimera offers a unique vision of potentially dangerous digital future where artificial minds and augmented bodies have become one. The Fracture Firewall event debuts March 21st, and we'll see a total of 4 occurrences in Season 3. We will be exploring the connective tissue between the armor and the Halo universe in a 4-part story shard series titled Precipice that will certainly surprise fiction fans with just how deep its roots go. One of the last things they talk about is that the shop is evolving in Season 3 of Halo Infinite. And it says this can be summed up in 4 main points. There will be a half-week slot which refreshes every Tuesday and Friday. There will overall be more offers throughout the season. The shop will have more consistent layout. Dailies will refresh every day. The shop will also see the addition of Super Bundles, which provides players the opportunity to buy multiple offers packaged together at once at a price that is substantially less than buying each of them individually. These Super Bundles will only be available in weeks 1 and 3, after which they'll be split apart into multiple separate bundles. Finally, players can earn more free rewards to enhance the customization suite by completing all their challenges to earn the weekly ultimate reward. These update every Tuesday with the weekly refresh, and as a reminder, we changed the number of challenges you have to complete from 20 to 10 back in Halo Infinite's Winter Update launch. First up in Halo Season 3 is Purple Rain weapon coating for the Bandit. That actually looks pretty sick. I don't usually rock purple, but I'm sure my wife would love this. I'm very much looking forward to this. Let us know down in the comments below what you're thinking of Season 3 right now. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching TST Gaming, and until next time, just play.